It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2. And we've got outstanding, DA. Thank you. Chris, you played for 5 different teams, a couple of them multiple times. How long do you think it takes to feel comfortable in a new situation for a player?
I tell you, Kevin, that's such a hard tightrope to play. I remember going to different teams, and you have to understand the culture of the team. You have to understand who their best players are already. You have to understand the style of play, and building trust takes time from both sides. So usually you'll come into a situation and you want to make sure that you're showing that you're a great teammate. And so usually in that area, teammates are saying, wait a minute, we brought you over here. We want you to be that guy that we traded for, the guy we just signed or recruited. We were a fan of you. Do the things that you do great. We'll catch up with you. So a lot of it starts with mutual respect, and that means mutual deferment. And then after, while you're both deferring, you're like, wait, we got to win some games. Okay, you be you, I'll be us, and we'll all do it together. And kind of once you get over that kind of fine dance in the beginning, that icebreaker, usually that's when things start rolling.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Dragic and Wade, the 2 playmakers in the guard spots. Then there's Bogdanović. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
Well, yeah, I mean, just think about it. I mean, Detroit and Stan Van Gundy parting ways this summer after 4 seasons, but that's actually the longest run a Piston coach has had since Chuck Daly ended his 9-year tender back in '92. But that doesn't matter, though, because you have to think what Larry Brown did in just a couple of seasons there, winning a championship.
From deep. No good. Shot missing. The Heat go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And how about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
Well, they really worked well together. They trusted each other. That's how you get stops.
Barton finds Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Detroit, no good that time either. And in the last 15 years, Chris, 10 different head coaches for the Pistons. Any concern on your part about a return to that revolving door on the bench?
Well, I think right now they're in rebuild mode, so a consistent voice will help. Still, only 1 playoff appearance in the last 4 seasons and no playoff wins. You wonder why would they fire Joe Dumars, who went to 6 straight Eastern Conference Finals. You still kind of go back and you're haunted by that decision, but you're judged by your results, and hopefully for fans of the Pistons like myself, they can turn it around.
Right wing, here's Bagley. Goran Dragic grabs the board. The Heat leading by 5. There's the pass to Siakam. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Siakam's got his second bucket.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
And we're watching 2 teams looking to make that next step, Greg. I mean, they want to break out of this middle of the pack thing, you know, prove they can do some damage.
Inside, and Adams with the slam.
I love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. He kicks it to Adams. Dragic against Westbrook. shoots over Dragic, and Westbrook gets it to go.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's Dragic. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Middleton outside. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it's Bagley that time on the assist by Middleton.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. Knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Heat lead by 4. Live from Little. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Carl.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we.
Yep, one step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Heat, Dragic and Wade, the 2 playmakers in the guard spots. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Bogdanović, and it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Barton kicks to Westbrook. See, we've spoken before about the skills that were hardest for you to develop. What parts of your game were the easiest to strengthen and fine-tune?
Wow, that's a great question, Cam. I have to think about that. The easiest. Well, I would say for me it was whatever I was doing well in college, and so that was on the post, on the right block, stealing James Worthy's spin move. And it was easier to get a little bit quicker in that because now I got to see him use it and do it to me. It was easier to have my jump shot start to get in the place that I wanted it to as a rookie. But why? Because I had one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullin, there to sit and practice with. And so when you have a great shooter and a mentor like him, it's easier because they explain it to you, and then not only do they explain how to do it, they show you through their work ethic. And so for me, it was pretty easy in those areas because I had a great mentor in Chris Mullin.
I love that story.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Towns up top, beyond the arc. No good that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That's the first of 6 played on the road. Another miss by Westbrook.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Middleton against Bogdanović. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket for Middleton. Middleton's got his first 2 points of the night. Wade surveying the D. Feeds it to Towns. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Bagley the pass to Barton. Pistons passing it around. And Adams kicks to Westbrook. Connects from 3-point range. Westbrook's got 8 points here in this quarter.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Dragic finds Towns over Bagley. And it's Towns missing.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
It's Barton on the wing. Wade is covering. Passes it to Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Goran Dragic. The Pistons have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That's good from Westbrook. He's off on the second. The Heat with the lead. Dragic with it. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Adams, and that one's good. Towns has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Well, it was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. Kenny, let's start with you. And now with the second half.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Russell Westbrook out there with Will Barton. Then it's Bagley. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Bagley. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Poked away and stolen by Barton. Outside Westbrook, and it's Bagley in the corner. Middleton outside. It's Barton on the wing. Pass to Adams. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns. With shooting at such a premium in today's game, let's talk aesthetics. Chris, for your money, the prettiest jump shot you think going in the league right now?
It's 4 that come to mind and 1 guy that doesn't play in the league anymore. Let's go with Klay Thompson. You know he can knock it down. Probably the best catch-shoot guy in the league. Now you got to go to Bradley Beal.
Beautiful stroke.
And Ray Allen. Oh, they had 2 of the prettiest strokes you've ever seen. Steph Curry, the flea flicker, how quick it is pure, but I got to add one person. Steph Curry's dad. He had a pretty jump shot too.
Dale Curry.
That's, oh yeah. And I played against Dale, and it was so quick and so similar to Steph's shot. Anytime I see Steph, I think of his dad. I used to tell Steph a couple years ago, I think your dad can still shoot better than you, but I think he's proven me wrong the last couple of years.
Middleton can't get it to go.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
And the pass to Westbrook. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Westbrook's got 15 points.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. They're scoreless since the first half. To the inside. Westbrook with the steal. For the lead, Adams. Poked away. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last.
And looking now at some numbers for Bogdanovich. How he did last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he continues to hone his game. I think the potential is there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the potential, but it's raw. He needs to keep refining that skill set.
Westbrook, no good. The Heat shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Dragic. That one drops for him. Dragic has got his second bucket of the night.
Did anybody see any defensive presence on that play? I mean, he's not going to blow that layup. It was wide open.
Westbrook against Dragic. In the corner, Middleton with it. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Middleton's got his second bucket of the game to go. Outside Dragic. Wade kicks to Towns. Back to Wade. Shoots over Barton. Wade gets the bucket. He's got 7.
Wade is super efficient in the paint. He's clever at finding ways to score around the rim.
Passes it to Adams. Dragic against Westbrook. Another shot. Barton trying to get open. And it's Westbrook missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Siakam. And there's another one for the Heat. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Westbrook against Dragic. Westbrook scanning the floor. Kicks it to Barton. Fades and shoots. No good.
Wade has always been a great defender, phenomenal at keeping pace with
3/4 of play in a close game here. It's the Heat up by 3. And right after this,
trust each other. Get that ball moving.
and I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Miami leading by 3. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Dragic and Wade, the 2 playmakers in the guard spots. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Siakam in at the power forward. 5 on the clock. Here's Towns. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends. And he has not disappointed.
And Towns drops them both.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. Westbrook against Dragic. Westbrook missing again.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Bogdanovich passes to Towns. Here's Siakam. And it's good, 2 points. And the Heat lead by 7.
And they continue to control the glass. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Towns against Adams. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Can't quite find his 3-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
From 13, here's Towns. Bagley with the rebound.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Westbrook finds Adams. Towns with the defensive effort.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Siakam misses.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Martin inside the line. Here's Bagley. Miami grabs the miss. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Exceeding. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. To the middle. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Dragic kicks to Towns. Over Adams. And it's Towns missing. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Just a tiny lead for them.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Back to Wade. There's Siakam. Towns, the pass to Wade. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Timeout.
And the Heat lead by 6.
And you know they're going to Wade when it gets tight. Fantastic at sinking big shots. He lives for this.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 6. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Here's Westbrook. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 5. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Middleton. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
He's stepping to the line knowing he has a chance to seal the deal, and he doesn't.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 3-pointer, Barton. Miami grabs the miss.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. And so it's Miami winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and Dave.